Alright, welcome everyone to our trip up the east coast of Victoria. So pretty much for the next 3 weeks we're going to be travelling up that east coast. We're going to be heading up towards Eden, and along the way we're going to be stopping at a few places to hopefully do a bit of camping and fishing. We have just arrived. We are at spot number 1, which is the lovely little town of Wonboyn. We are currently at the Wonboyn caravan park. We've just set up and I am keen to get my rod in the water. Pretty much this is our first stop. We'll then be heading up to Eden. I'm not 100% sure what kind of fishing we'll be able to do up there, but on the way back we're going to be dropping into Malakuta, and that's where we've got the main event of our trip, which is going to be the Malakuta Flatty Comp. So fingers crossed we can get on the board there, and then after that we're going to be heading to Bem River. It's going to be my first time at Bem River, so I'm really looking forward to that. Pretty much set the car up over the winter purely for these sort of trips. So Mel's very excited. We'll finally go out camping in comfort. Got the awning put on, got the fridge and 12-volt system all set up, got a water pump and hose there, cooking up a mad feed. And I've also got the rooftop tent set up, the Medic TRT 140M, which is looking the good so far. So a bit of a dramatic trip up here, to say the least. Struggled a bit with towing the boat. Boat's parked down there. Just with the load, going up those hills after Lake's entrance was pretty difficult. But we got through it, but then I actually ended up blowing off my bloody intake hose, so had to clamp that back on. But hopefully no more dramas. Can't wait to get some dinner in, and then looking forward to hitting up Lake Wonboyn tomorrow. Hopefully slam a few flatties, get a bit of practice in before the flatty comp. Obviously that top end of Victoria and the New South Wales coast is renowned for its big duskies, so that's what the plan is for tomorrow. They do also get the odd elusive mulloway in there. There's a whole bunch of other species that you can catch in there as well. I know you can get your salmon, your tailor, you got your brim. So yeah, who knows? We're going to be using baits, we're going to be using soft plastics, so a bit of a mixture of techniques, and we'll see how we go. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and stay tuned for the trip ahead. Alright, so we've done a bit of prep before we head out onto Wonboyn Lake, and first one I'm going with is my soft plastics, heavy soft plastics setup, and on that I've just got a nice big jerk shad, and that's hopefully to entice some of the bigger flathead and the elusive mulloway that hangs around here. And then with the lighter setup, going the old trusty curly tail grub. Also going a couple of bait setups as well. Little running sinker with a little 2-0 hook. That's for any brim, flatties. Probably chuck a prawn or pilly on that. And then also got a bit of a bigger setup. This is pretty much, it's like a snapper setup really. Snelled hook. Again, that's for any bigger flathead or mulloway. So that's what we're going with. It's still a love. Good little ramp facility they've got here. It's a bit slippy on the way down, so you've got to not go in too much. It's alright. Alright, let's see what this place has to offer. Wonboyn's known for its oyster farming. It's scattered throughout the lake. It's a small lake. There's a few oyster farms, oyster beds around. So you can see all around us. Basically there's two options here. We can go up towards the front end, which is where the actual entrance is, or we can go around upstream. So we're going to start upstream just to get away from this wind. It is a bit windy today. See what we can find there. Alright, spot number 1. Found a nice little section out of the wind. We're in about 4 meters and it drops into a bit of deep water here on the side, and it goes obviously shallow into the bank. So hopefully there's a few flatties and brims sitting up on that bank. And apparently it's a well-known mulloway spot as well. I'll cast the mulloway bait out into the deep section, and then we'll just work the lures along the edge. What I've done with this one is I've left that on really light drag because mulloway don't like any pressure on that line. So if something swallows it, it will just run off with it, and I'll tighten it up and then set the hooks.
Ooh.
Did you get a bite?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. What am I casting for? Flatties?
Flatties or brim? Yeah, getting a bite. I'll come back. This one's getting a bite again. Oh, I missed him. Oh, yeah, on.
Really?
Yeah. I reckon a little brim. Definitely very small. It's a little pinky, what the hell? It's a little snapper.
What?
In Wonboyn Lake. What? I was like 90% sure that was a brim. And you know what? I actually haven't caught a bloody brim yet. Look at that. Tiniest little pinky you'll ever see. I was actually excited. I was like, "Far, my first ever brim." Those things have just eluded me. I've never been able to catch a brim. Much better. Things were a bit quiet, so we started moving along and hitting the banks. I think we're on. First fish, first proper fish, I think, whatever it is. What have we got? Flatty. On a net. Good practice for the flatty comp. Hold on. Whoa. Nice, babe. I was literally just casting the rub right into the shore, like it would have landed in about 20 mil of water. Get the gloves out, have a look at him. There's our fish. Beautiful flatty. Give him a quick measure. So he's coming in at exactly 50 centimeters. Beautiful dusky. Look at his, he has absolutely gobbed that plastic. Okay. And there she goes.
Wow. Alright.
Finally, first fish. Alright, pretty happy with that. Been hitting it for about an hour now, and the wind was picking up, and I thought might not be on here, but cast it in literally a metre away from the shore, probably 10 mil of water. Bang, first few little jigs, and he's smashed it. If we kept hitting the banks, I think we would have done well, but there was some bad weather rolling in, and I wanted to give the main part of the lake a crack whilst we had the chance. I really like the look of this section here. You can see it goes from deep to very shallow sand. I mean, that's Flatty Central. Oh. That was a good Flatty too. You know what? The drag was tight, that's why. No, it went pretty hard. It was that was a decent Flatty. Alright, might have redemption here. Going super light on the drag. Ooh, looks like a surface fish, like a tailor or something. He's gonna come here and probably jump again. Whoop. Let's have a look at you. Bloody hell, I get nervous when it's light gear like this. Bloody tailor. Don't chop me off. Wanna have a look at you. Alright, babe, get ready to net. He's not gonna want to come in. If I could knock off a couple of fish here, I'll be happy. Doesn't want to turn his head. Come on. Got me.
Don't.
That's got very sharp teeth, that's why. Alright, if I get another one, I'm confident this one's not getting off 40-pound leader. On snelled rig. Big flatty. Get the net, get the net. Big flatty. This is a massive flatty. Just back off the drag a bit. He's coming around here. This is a solid flatty. A big gill, man. That's a big gill.
Oh my god!
No,
That's scary.
no, it's got to come up. It's got to come up. Get ready, this one. Hold on, hold on. Your net's got to be deeper than that. All right, now.
Oh my god!
Damn it. Bloody hell.
Oh no!
Hold on. Alright, go. Oh! That is a Wonboyn monster.
Holy crap!
Oh, that is a croc and a half. Wow. That is a massive flathead. Wow.
Don't put it.
That is, I'm in awe of how big that is. Let me just do a measure. So that's coming in at 74 centimeters. Look at that. That is an absolute monster. Wow. Just cut that line out of her mouth and then we'll let her go. Let's put her in. There she goes.
Holy crap!
Mate, my heart's going 100 miles an hour. I couldn't lose that. I could not lose that. We're about to leave because look at this. We're getting blown off the water. Lost a couple of tail. We thought can't be bothered anymore, and then that big girl comes along. Wow. That was actually on the full pilly bait. Believe it or not, that was on the good old Reedy's 187s. So on your Brett, it's doing the job up here in New South Wales as well. Man, I'll tell you what, but these flatties here on the south coast are something different. They're just absolute monsters down here. Pretty much what those flatties are doing is, so you've got that deep water here, you've got that shallow water there. They're right on that edge, and they're looking up at that bank and just waiting for any sort of bait fish to come through, and then they just wolf it down. So unlucky for that flatty, but I'll obviously put my pilly straight in its face. We'll see if we can get another one. If not, I reckon we'll pack it in, and then the plan is tomorrow to head towards the actual beach of Wonboyn, sort of where the entrance to the actual inlet is. So this is the car park down the beach. Took a fair while to get in there. I would only recommend coming in here with a four-wheel drive, just because there was a bit of soft sand. There's a bit of a broken road. This is the closest beach. You can actually take another turn off and go down to where the actual inlet entrance is. That would have just taken way too long to get there. Why does the water look so silky? There we go, Wonboyn Beach. Stunning looking beach. Sure, you can do a fair bit of surf. Fuck, look at how's the bloody tan line? Bloody hell. Sure, you can do a fair bit of surf fishing down here, but
Oh, it's squeaky sand.
yeah, we'll be probably doing a bit of that down at Eden, so I'm not going to bother putting a line in here. More focused on the inlet. So pretty much, I would say the inlet starts at about there. Well, I think right at the end there, you can see Green Cape Lighthouse. So we're heading into Green Cape. Next up, had a bit of a word from one of the fellas back at the caravan park who just came from there, and he said he had to turn around because the corrugations were pretty bad. So we're just going to take it as it comes. Might not be able to get in there depending how it is, but fingers crossed it's not as bad as what he said. Even though he did have a Land Cruiser, so my hopes aren't very high. I think you could definitely try your hand at some rock fishing off here. This to me looks like a typical Luderick hotspot, I reckon, especially if you go down a bit. I do know down at Green Cape you can actually get kingies off the rocks. Not sure how it would be fishing down here, I haven't heard much about it. But I mean, if they hang around there, chances are they could hang around here as well. Hope you enjoyed that, fellas. Stick around for the next episode as we hit up Green Cape, if we can get there.